Hello, I'm Transformers fan G138, and I'm here with a video review of the US release of the Asia exclusive Springer Generations, of course. And this is actually not terrible. It's not the best, of course. I think the BotCon version of Springer out of the Hotshot Cybertron Defense mode slightly better, but this is definitely better than the Voyager class Springer we got out of the Blades / evac mold from Cybertron. That one was not my favorite. So it spins. Oh, first I'd like to talk about the stupid sword. Every review I've seen says, there's no place to store this unless you move the missile launcher someplace else. Yeah, well, just play around with the figure for a while and you'll figure something out, I'm sure. I did. Literally, there's enough friction here just to hold the sword right there. Doesn't fall out. So people, stop complaining. I don't care. So, and if it's interfering with your landing gear, you can just slide it a little bit more and play around with it. It does store there if you really want to. I keep them in robot mode 90% of the time. 98% of the time, really. So this is usually in his hand. The missiles fire pretty decently, not the best. They're not here, they're actually put away in a box. He's got these nice Autobot logos. And these, like, you know, like these paint apps here, that is a really nice, like, turquoise, almost greenish blue. They're really sharp. Also, I didn't get the original version of the mold, but it has this cool little camera on the front that rotates. That's kind of cool. In robot mode, though, he does suffer a little bit from the Movieverse, being a Movieverse Transformer. However, it's not terrible. It's stuff I can look past. This would be a much better Whirl figure. And I think the Vortex mold would have been a slightly better Springer mold. So, I could be wrong by that. I probably am. But, it's a nice Springer mold. At least I have a Springer now. I didn't have the others. I do have both figures, but not the Springer versions. Anyway, so this spins. It's a little more frictional, but there's reasons for that in robot mode. Tail fin, it's kind of cool. It's got this, like, you know, double fin type thing going on. Guess you can do that if you really wanted to. It's neat. So, before I turn it into robot mode, I'm going to look at the package here. It's a US release, so it has the Chinese characters, unlike the Chinese release, which does not have the Chinese characters. Yeah, the Chinese characters, the Chinese release is all in English. Go figure. Anyway, he's got his bio. He's got the whole inborn ability to lead, yada yada yada, whatever. Missiles, you know, features, tech specs, symbols, logos, picture. It's cool. I like it. I love this packaging style. I really do. As much as the new Fall Cybertron stuff is kind of cool, it doesn't have these flaps back here. So once you open them, you can't close them efficiently. They kind of flop around. Unfortunately, it's kind of cheap packaging. I really like those flaps back there. Helps keep it intact after you open it. That's just me. Yep, so I'm going to go ahead and turn him into robot mode now, so we can check him out. So, here he is in robot mode, and honestly, he's not as terrible as his legs make him look. I don't like the feet. I don't mind the skinniness down here nearly as much. I mean, his legs are really the only thing that bother me. He's a little skinny for Springer. His head's unusually higher than his arms. But again, he's a Movieverse figure. Well, that's his base mold at least. So even though this is a classics figure, he does suffer a little bit. It's okay, I guess. I can live with it. He's got the sword. Gotta have the sword. That's why he's cool. He's cool. He's got the sword. So yeah, you can hold it like this if you want. Yeah, he can hold it under here. These missile launchers, cool, sweet. These things are also wow. They're also C-clamp compatible. You know, they're on ball and socket joints. You can clip them here. You can clip them on a different figure, such as this guy. You know, red and green are actually cool, kind of cool colors together. You know, flip this on his backpack. You know, so he's got some missile launchers over his shoulder here. But anyway, they're cool. For the most part, I just keep them up here. They also fit in his hands too, so that works. Instructions say to keep these fins down, but just so they hide themselves pretty well. I have them going up. They hide behind the arms and the wings pretty well back there. Yeah, if you take off these, there's ways you can hide the shoulder pads up here so they disappear. I'm not really going to fiddle around with it right now. It's like 2:22 exactly on the clock right now because that's kind of crazy. 2:22. I have a habit of looking at the clock and it's all the same number. Like, I do it like 5 times a day. I don't know. My mind is one with the Force. No, not really. Anyway, so it's pretty cool. Like it. It's a nice classics update for now until Hasbro does an actual triple changer. Hopefully enough people go out and buy this that shouts out to Hasbro, hey, let's make enough money on an actual triple changer. So Fans Project doesn't have to do our job for us. I did buy Assaulter though, so because Hasbro's never going to do some random character like that. Somebody who appeared in a movie, maybe. But Broadside, he's kind of out there. So he's got this feature here, this little claw thing. Pincer, I guess they call it. These ball and socket joints aren't loose, like some people claim they are. What the problem is there's so little touching the ground here for his feet that any additional force, just the friction is not there to hold him up. Like, it's definitely not loose ball socket joints. It's much more physics there involved. It's kind of the design of the feet, and that's kind of unfortunate because that's the part I hate about the figure. But you can still get them in some pretty cool poses, you know. Apparently some people have been kind of playing around with the idea of getting some add-on kits from, like, you know, Shapeways and filling in the feet, just like a plug-in when he's in robot mode. You know, something, a clip here or something. If I had, I'm waiting to see what the best deal I can get on a Autodesk Inventor. Best deal I can get on that, so I can actually create some of the stuff for Shapeways and produce it for my own action figures. I mean, it'll still be a little bit pricey, but I can get what I want then. Some C-killing up weapons and such. Sword is cool. Pincer's kind of neat. Left over from the original figure. You see, I've kind of got some Gatling guns up here. It's neat. I like it. Missiles. Yeah. He's definitely armed. Definitely ready to take on some Decepticons. A little skinny for him. Movie thing. I think he's a pretty good figure. That's my opinion. Yeah, that's all I got, really. He's an okay figure. Not stellar. Finally, though, I have a Springer, which is, oh my god, I have a Springer, finally. Yeah. So, I'm on my way to assembling the Wreckers. And I just have to wait for the Wreckers reunition or whatever it's called, whatever the set is. It's basically the Bruticus remolded and retooled with more weapons and new heads and pieces and stuff. But it still combines. Kind of nifty. Realistically, I might the figures not for the combination. Well, that's it. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below. If you have any requests for video reviews, send me a message. And thanks for watching.